Good evening, everybody. Welcome back to my channel. Okay, I'm gonna go right into the recipe today. You're not gonna really see me on camera unless you see me when I get ready to serve you up some of this meatloaf. This evening, I'm going to be doing another subscriber request. Well requested. I had several people that asked me, wanted me to show how I do my meatloaf. Excuse me. Okay, what I'm going to do, I'm going to tell you the ingredients that I use in my meatloaf, and then I'm going to go off camera and get my mixing bowl, and then I'll come back on and show you how I mix it up as in telling you what I put in it as I go. Okay, this right here is the ground beef. I normally use 2 pounds of ground beef, but this is not quite 2 pounds of ground beef. But I'm giving you the instruction for 2 pounds of ground beef. Okay, I have 1 egg, and sometimes I put 2 eggs in it, but I'm not gonna put 2 eggs in it because I don't think I have enough ground beef. Okay, and this is 1/3 cup of ketchup, and this right here is 1 tablespoon of Worcestershire sauce, and I'm gonna use one envelope of this here beefy onion soup mix. Just one. It's it's 2 comes in the box, but I'm just gonna use one of those little packs that's inside of it. One of those, and then I'm using a teaspoon of paprika, and right here I have like a half a teaspoon of black pepper, and this is a half of an onion that's has been sauteed, and this is a half a bell pepper that has been sauteed. Okay, and this is 1 teaspoon of garlic powder and 1 teaspoon of onion powder, and this is a half a sleeve of unsalted saltine crackers. I use, if you have the salted kind, but I use unsalted because I have a lot of other stuff in this recipe that has already a lot of salt content in it. That's when you're not going to see me use any salt other than this. Now, if you try this recipe and you think you need more salt to it, you go ahead, add to or take away according to your personal taste. And this is a half a cup of water that sometimes I have put milk in it, but when I'm using this, I usually just go ahead on it. I put water, but I may not use all of this water because I don't have that much ground beef. But the reason I put it in there is because when I use one of these onion soup mix, it just help it blend better. Okay, I'm going to step off and get my mixing bowl. Oh, let me tell you this before I go off. I will be baking this at 350 degrees uncovered for 1 hour. And then after that hour, I go back in, and I'm going to put, I forgot to tell you this, I'm going to put some more ketchup on the top of the meatloaf and let it bake for maybe about 10 or 15 more minutes. It's not going to hurt it to get the ketchup kind of browned in, and then it just really, it's just not going to hurt it. Just, I say 15 more minutes. So let me go off and get my baking dish and come mix this stuff up before I start doing my usual getting twisted up before I even get started. I'll be right back, you guys. Okay, you guys, I'm back. First thing I sort of like to do is go ahead on and get this onion soup mix over in the ground beef. I just broke it up just somewhat. And kind of sprinkle it evenly in there. It helps to help for it to mix better. Now I'm going in with my teaspoon of garlic powder and onion powder. Now with this here, that pack of Lipton soup mix that I put in, it's, you know, it's supposed to cover all seasoning. I think when I originally got this recipe to use that in there. And this is my half a teaspoon of black pepper. You didn't have to add, but I added all this other stuff with it too. That was just my doing to make it better. And I just kind of mix it up just a little to get it, you know, started. Because I'm going to mix it up well when I get everything in with my hand. Okay, that's that 1 tablespoon of Worcestershire sauce. You know, y'all know nobody can pronounce that right. And I'm going on in with my half a sauteed onion. And half of the sauteed green pepper. We got this. Sprinkle that teaspoon of the paprika. And to the ones that said, let me see, I didn't get it all out. And the ones said that I didn't pronounce it right. If you know what in order for you to tell that I didn't pronounce it right, you know what I meant. So that's all it takes. You know, everybody talks different. Okay, I'm gonna go in with this egg. You see how it kind of beat? I always let the egg kind of get at room temperature and beat it some so it can go ahead on and beat it so it can blend well, mix well up in there. You know, my younger cooks, so you know you know how I always express to you guys to make sure you well mix and blend your stuff. Take your time, whatever you're cooking or prepare. Make sure. Hold on, just a second.
Just slide on over that way a little bit.
Huh?
No, man, go ahead, y'all. Just
slide over which way? This way?
Mm-hmm.
My husband trying to figure a way to get better angles of when I'm over here in the bowl, because of, you know, the way we have to film. I don't have like a center counter where you can better see me. That's the reason I try to call out stuff as I go, and that's just part of the situation. We don't have a professional studio or nothing. Let's mix that up in there. Okay. Now this is where I'm going to get ready to put my crackers in. And that's when I'm going in with my hand. Put just a little of water. Like I said, I had a half a cup in there, and I wasn't sure how much I was going to need because I didn't have a full 2 pounds of ground beef. And I'm going to go in with my hand, mashing it, getting it in there, combining it really good. Now, you don't have to use, you about to have to use your hands to do a meatloaf. Okay, and I got a greased 2-quart casserole dish over there what I'll be cooking this in. Like I say, when I finish baking it up, and then once you finish baking your meatloaf, always let it cool and your juices redistribute back in. Now, because when I don't use that 85% lean ground beef, with oils and stuff on it, I usually drain that off when I don't use the lean ground beef. But just a little bit more water over there. And another thing, because I don't have that 85% lean, don't look like I need as much of this water that I normally put in there. I'll say I probably put anywhere from about a fourth a cup or a third a cup, about a fourth a cup of water. You can play it by ears, because you know you don't want to get it too soupy. Okay, that's pretty well. My hands feeling telling me this is pretty well mixed. And I'm gonna start forming into this here, shaping it into a loaf. And this is something I do. You can wait till you get it in the dish you want to, but I just
can't see it.
I'm gonna show them how I shape it into the loaf when I get them into the bowl.
Okay.
I will wait. I just kind of start it out before I get it in there. Let me wash my hands. Y'all excuse me all up in that camera like that. But you say, this is the kitchen I got. Okay, you guys. Just form my loaf. Even like this, like I say, most of the time I kind of do it in the pan and then get it up there and make sure I form it into a loaf. And if because sometimes I make two pones, well, 2 loaves, since it's gonna call meatloaf. Let me call it the right thing. And sometimes I take me some bell pepper and just lay it up on the slices and lay it up on the top of it just for decoration. I'll move this pan out the way. But that's all to it, you guys. It's just as simple as that. You know, a meatloaf is a classic. It used to be a long time ago. It used to be a Sunday dinner stapler if you're gonna have a lot of company, I guess, or whichever way you want to call it. Meatloaf, mashed potatoes, snap beans, and fried chicken. That was one of your big time Sunday favorite. Okay, I'm gonna wash my hand and get this on in the oven, and I'll be back to show you guys the finished product. Okay, everybody, this is the finished product of the meatloaf, and I'm gonna serve you up a piece, but let me end this video first, and then let my husband step over to the side, and I'll cut you a piece. If you haven't already subscribed to my channel, subscribe and hit that notification bell to be notified. Leave me a thumbs up if you like this video, and a comment if you have any questions. Now I'm cutting this meatloaf, and it's pretty hot. I don't normally cut a meatloaf this hot, but we got to go ahead on and finish this video. So I'm gonna let him step to the side and get set up, and then I'm gonna come over and see can I cut you a piece of it. Okay, you guys, the camera cut off when I was getting ready to tell y'all that this meatloaf is kind of hot, and I was gonna just cut it and just put a piece on the dish, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Gotta be careful, this is so hot. I'm gonna cut a big enough piece so it won't. It's normally a nice juicy meatloaf. Let me see, can I get it up?
Oh yeah.
Okay, you guys see what it looked like on the inside? Now, if you was at my house, you could have a bigger piece or either 2 pieces, cause I would have fixed about 2 or 3 of these meatloaf. Ooh, my hands is all messed up. But this is the finished product of the meatloaf. And if you try it, let me know, because this is a delicious meatloaf. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye.